And we're starting off with news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where the Union Home Minister Amit Shah visited the terror site a day after 27 tourists were shot dead by terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam. The Union Home Minister arrived at the terror site by helicopter, descending onto the meadow, now bearing the scars of the violence. The security has been heightened in the region as army personnel arrived at the meadow in Pahalgam. This horror terror attack that was witnessed in Jammu and Kashmir, the Union Home Minister now visiting the terror site. Remember this terror attack that was witnessed where innocent tourists were shot upon by terrorists. Amit Shah there on your screen at the terror site which witnessed that horror. Let's go straight across now to Idris Loon, who's been tracking all those developments very closely from on the ground. Idris, tell us more about what you're picking up at the moment.
Well, Home Minister has just done an aerial survey of the Baisaran, where he actually also went. He landed at the Baisaran and he took stock of the situation. Now we're also getting visuals of him taking an aerial survey of the whole place, of the Baisaran meadow, as well as the surrounding dense forest that actually covers the area where the militants who attacked these tourists also fled back into. Security forces have been carrying out a massive search operation in the area. We've seen Jammu and Kashmir police, Indian Army, paramilitary forces, and even commandos being pushed in to basically nab the attackers as soon as possible. Let me tell you that the Home Minister started in Srinagar today. The first thing he did was to go to the police control room, where he basically paid floral tribute to the victims who died yesterday in the Baisaran attack. He also met up with the family members of those, and later the bodies as well as their relatives were taken to the Srinagar airport, where they boarded the flights and went back to their respective residences. On the other hand, we've also seen two main operations taking place on the line of control. One in the North Kashmir's Uri sector in Baramulla district, where an infiltration bid was foiled by security forces, in which two militants were killed. A lot of arms and ammunition was recovered from them as well. And the second operation was in the Akhnur sector, where in the Punch sector, where there was a ceasefire violation from the Pakistani side, which was retaliated by the forces. There was no damage in that. Let me tell you that security all across Jammu and Kashmir has now been put on high alert, not only in the center of Srinagar, but also in various districts which are very close to the line of control, like Kupwara, Hangwara, as well as Baramulla. We've seen the number of police and paramilitary forces on the ground have also increased. On the other hand, I was just at one of the famous gardens, Nishad Garden in Srinagar, where I met up with the tourists who are basically in Srinagar at the moment. I spoke to a lot of them who had basically come from Pahalgam. Some of them were very scared, but none of them had cancelled their trips. All of them said that we will stay because we will not bow down to the militant threat that are prevalent in the valley at the moment. They said we will not let them win, and that is why we will stay and we will not go anywhere else. I also spoke to some of the tourists who said that they were planning to go to Pahalgam. The Pahalgam trips have been cancelled for sure because they're not really sure whether they should go there or not. So they've cancelled those trips, but they're going else. They're planning their trips around Srinagar only. So a lot of tourists are still present here, but we're also hearing that, especially the ones who were coming or planning to come, a lot of travel agents are getting cancellations now. People are not ready to come to Kashmir. There must be a threat perception definitely among people from across the world now after this incident, and that is also been seen, especially with the travel agents who are getting a lot of cancellations.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.